today's topic is going to be networking. We'll be diving deep into how you can network with the people around you to find various opportunities to succeed in your career pursuits.
Yeah, great topic.
And it is an awesome topic to talk about. I think it's overlooked a lot.
Yeah.
But it should be taught a lot more because you never know who can come in handy.
Yeah, no, really, I think it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah,
Is what
true.
they say.
True. As long as you have the skill set.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the skill set for a particular field or if you have some business interest, it's networking which is going to get you to the next step.
Yeah, no, I think, and too, we talk about social life, that's really one thing that is overlooked, right? Some people may think, oh, I don't want to, being open and having a conversation and learning from people can bring you to somewhere you never thought you'd be able to go.
Yeah, social life is just not about going to parties, meeting chicks at the bar, Social life is more than that. Social life is about, hey, you know what? It's about talking to people, meeting new people.
It is, though, on a real note. Yeah.
Yeah, right? It's not just, oh, what bar are we going to tonight? It's more than that. Social life is more than that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think, you just never know who you might run into or bump into in the world, too. I think it's a small world, you know what I mean?
It is. So you want to start off?
Yeah, so today's episode is going to be 4 strategies to become a better networker. So that's what it's going to be about today.
Yeah.
And we got 2 parts of this. So this is going to be part 1, and tune in for part 2. It's going to come out in a week or 2.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to start with number 1 here for 4 strategies to become a better networker. And the first one is lead with value.
Big.
Instead of thinking, what can I get? Ask, what can I give? Recommend resources, introduce people to each other, or offer help. People remember those who are helpful. Sorry.
No, go. I was just about to add on to that. I was about to say that it's always what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
If you have nothing to bring to the table, why would I talk to you? Why would anyone would talk to you if you had nothing to offer?
Yeah.
Would you talk to someone who had nothing to offer?
Well, I don't know what context you're putting that in.
I'm just saying.
One thing we were just talking about was being open.
Yeah, no.
I don't really judge a book by its cover, but yeah, I get what you're saying. You don't want to just
lead in with value. I was going around that as you were saying, lead with value, and the only value is what are your assets, what are your skills, and what you can bring to the table. How can you make a business more profitable?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Without thinking that, hey, what can I get from this? What can I give into this? And I just re-quoted what you said. And that's a big point I get.
Yeah, no. You want to lead us into the second point?
Yeah, the second point is follow up quickly.
Yeah.
You go to these events and you meet someone, stay in touch, drop them a text, say, hey, introduce yourself. This is me. This is what I do.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for business opportunities, if you're looking for this, I'm looking for this. If you're interested, I would love to work with you. And, make a genuine relationship with that.
Yeah, no, that's great. Don't let a great connection go cold is the main thing, right?
Yeah, you got to stay in touch. There is nothing wrong in dropping a text, hey, I hope everything is all right.
Yeah.
Just saying hi.
Checking in, hey, how's your business working? How's the market or whatever?
And then from there you can take the conversation wherever you feel like.
And that comes with, being open, right? You don't have to, you guys would be really surprised about what that can really offer for you.
Yeah, if you're too closed off, if you don't want to talk to people, and some people
it's just going to be harder for you.
And it's nothing wrong being closed off, but, it's always nice to network. That's the whole topic of this podcast. Today's podcast is to network.
4 strategies.
Yeah, 4 strategies. And it is helpful, just like meditation that we talked about in the previous podcast.
Yeah, this is more into social life too, right?
Yeah.
This is a relevant social life topic that can help you in your career, in your life, your relationships, right? Everything, right?
Definitely. You never know who you meet through some of your coworkers or your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
I've met friends through you, you've met friends through me and stuff like that. And we've been able to collaborate too. And so that's one thing that's kind of cool.
That is super cool. And that wouldn't have happened if we never networked.
Yeah, exactly.
If you never came across
so you could really use that stuff to your advantage. So
you can definitely do that. Shall we step into number 3?
Of course, yeah. So show genuine interest, right? Be curious. Ask people about their journey, interests, and passions. not just what they do.
Yeah, be a good listener.
Yeah, we've talked about
Yeah.
that before as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
If you're a real true listener, you already know that.
Yeah.
But yes.
Be a good listener. Listen, observe, and then comment.
Yeah.
You know, don't
No.
just keep rolling your mouth and just keep talking about yourself. Try to hear the other person's perspective.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And
Sure.
that way it shows that you're genuinely interested in learning more about anything.
Yeah.
And that you are more willing to learn in the future.
And I think people will be surprised, like we were talking about networking linearly, not just trying to network with older people or people who have powerful positions, but networking with people your own age.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like one of our podcasts that we had recently, I knew them because we were buddies.
Yeah.
And that's how.
Yeah.
Not like.
We literally just had met pretty much. And
yeah,
we just
exactly. Right. And they're
cool.
like, they were all looking for the same opportunities that we were looking for.
Yeah.
And our interests kind of aligned.
Yeah.
We made a banger episode. You should check it out.
Yeah.
And that was one example of how we use our follow-up, staying in touch.
Yeah.
And leading in with value.
Yeah, it was actually the first podcast we shot here, so that was kind of cool.
That was super cool.
And it was like kind of a nice moment. And I think like, it's just all about networking, right?
It is.
And we always want to help people too, right?
Yeah.
And
because it always comes back to you.
And you'd be surprised, if you have a platform or people, you can help people. So
yeah.
The next thing is be consistent. So just be consistent with your interests and your passions. Also be consistent with your personal brand, right? Is one thing about that in terms of, that's what they were talking about in that, right? Like,
yeah, and the personal
consistent.
brand. So the thing is, you got to share your passions and interests.
Yeah.
If you don't share it, how would anyone know?
Yeah.
Right? You got to share it. And maybe someone here and there will be like, hey, listen, I have this opportunity for you. I think your passions and interests kind of align with what I have.
Yeah, the one thing that was on there was like a LinkedIn thing. So that's just kind of like be consistent posting on LinkedIn or whatever if you want to network more. That's kind of an interesting idea.
It's a great tool.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is a great tool.
I'm trying to use that more too to promote our stuff as well, and it does help a lot.
Definitely does. Here and there, they can give you this crazy good idea that you can build off from.
Yeah, true.
And, which you didn't have.
I kind of like that social media. It's almost like work media in a way, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting.
It's a great
resource.
Yeah, it's I would say it plays in the gray area a little bit. It's not too formal, but at the same time, it's not too informal. That makes it very nice to kind of.
But it has like a scrolling element to it, where it's like the different companies and people will post about like their ideas
they
or
do.
data or whatever. And that's kind of an interesting professional way to collaborate, which is kind of cool.
Definitely, it's all about coming together and making something new.
Yeah.
Right, like creating something new, adding value to the community.
Yes.
And adding value to the people around you, making the people around you better.
Yes.
And if those are the goals, I think sky's the limit.
Oh, for sure.
And again, it all comes back to the networking.
Yeah.
And that's a big and essential part of growing any business, following your dreams, passion.
Yeah. Just want to help others and want the best for them.
Yeah.
At all times.
All the time. So you want to start... Want to get into number 5?
No, on that note, well, yeah, I do want to get number 5, but you're going to have to wait a week to hear that because that's not coming out until a couple weeks in part 2.
All right.
So that's going to close off part 1 of 4 strategies to be a better networker. And
stay tuned for the next episode.
Yes.
And it's going to be a follow-up on this one. Any questions, feel free to shoot us an email at decodingsociallife@gmail.com. You can look us up on Instagram as well.
And add us on LinkedIn as well, because we just were talking about that.
Yeah, add us on LinkedIn. If you see our profiles on LinkedIn, please feel free to add us on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And we'll love to hear more.
Be happy to message you guys. Let us know your thoughts. And
let us know what would you like to hear next. Or maybe
for sure.
If you want to be on the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
If you want to be on the podcast, just feel free to reach out. And we are always looking for network.
I've had people already been reaching out to us. And that's already been going on. But but reach out to we're open to it.
Yeah,
and,
anytime. Just shoot us a text.
If you like our content and like our podcast, we'd be happy to work with you. Maybe.
Yeah, awesome. So have a great week
and a great weekend, everybody. Let's go.